All right, thanks for listening today. My name is Forrest. I'm president of Altaworx, and I've got Jaime, our VP of Channel Development, as well here. And we're going to be talking about POTS line replacement solutions and what are the options out there. So let's dive right in. First question is, what are POTS lines, Jaime?
So POTS is actually an acronym for plain old telephone service. So pretty simple. Most people know POTS lines because of analog services. So the lines that actually go into people's houses, what they use for their businesses, fax, alarm lines, or you could even say analog lines.
Okay. So can you give us some background on POTS lines and how they came about?
Sure. So POTS lines have been around for over 100 years. It was the first technology that was utilized to carry voice communications.
So how many POTS lines do you think are still in service?
I say, according to the FCC, it's 36 million just in the U.S.
Wow, that's a lot of POTS lines.
It is.
So could customers who have VoIP as their primary service still end up having POTS lines somewhere in their network?
Absolutely. And that's a great question because people don't really think about that. But if you have a migration from one type of service to another, so you're going to hosted, that may just be for the voice communications, but they may not have thought about your fax lines, your control panels, security systems, elevator lines, things like that.
Gotcha. So there's a lot of people that may have POTS lines and not even realize it.
Right.
So tell me about why people should be looking at replacing their POTS lines.
So there's a mandate that came down from the FCC that all POTS lines have to be replaced by August 2nd, 2022, which is less than a month away.
Coming up.
Yes.
So what happens if they don't replace their POTS lines?
They're going to have issues with being able to have those lines serviced.
So if something breaks, they may not be able to get a service technician to come out and fix it.
Right. Obviously, we can't change 36 million
Right.
POTS lines in the next month.
Yeah, so there's probably going to be some left over.
Right.
So what are you seeing as far as pricing in the marketplace for existing POTS lines today?
Yeah, so the average across the nation is about $65 per line, but we're also seeing prices increasing exponentially. So even some around $200.
So a lot of these carriers are charging the I don't want to do it price now.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
okay. So tell me about some of the issues surrounding support for existing POTS lines.
Yeah, the high price of copper, the aging copper networks. Carriers are really moving all the equipment from those central offices that support that copper network. It's just no longer available. And the lack of technicians. So you've got, these new technicians that are coming in, and they're being taught the new technology and not this older copper technology. And the people that supported that in the past, they're retiring.
Yeah. So one of the things I remember about having copper lines in the company I worked for before is when bad weather would, rainstorm would happen, they would get boxes underwater and then the copper would no longer work. So I know that's another issue that's not experienced with fiber. So is there any other technology that's still running copper that also is being phased out?
Yes, there is. We're not talking a lot about that today, but it's those T1s, bonded T1s, PRIs, channelized T1s, and even DSL runs on copper.
A lot of DSL runs on copper. So what does the Altaworx POTS line replacement solution offer?
So this is an effective solution for any business that wants to future-proof their technology.
Okay.
It's also a great option for people who are looking for business continuity because it has a failover that's built in.
Gotcha. So what are the benefits of POTS line replacement?
Lower monthly cost, low maintenance, no major investment. It complies with all local 911 codes and safety applications, and it's definitely more reliable in inclement weather, like you were saying.
Gotcha. So the Altaworx POTS line replacement solution is available for resellers and agents to sell to their customers. And the good thing about it is it's available on the LTE network, and it's also works in U.S. and Canada. If you'd like more information about this solution, reach out to the Altaworx sales team at sales@altaworx.com.